So welcome back to Western Province Cricket Club. It's the match between the Heat and the Raptors. Heat in the red playing from right to left, and the Raptors in the orange playing from left to right. A little bit of ching chong cha for the toss. And the Raptors will play with the wind at their backs. The gale force winds that we'll be experiencing here in Cape Town. So things have dried up a bit. It's not raining as much anymore, but still very, very high winds. There's this storm, a low pressure storm that passes over Cape Town. It's passed over Cape Town for the last 24 hours or so. So the game's underway. The Raptors versus the Heat. The Heat girls have just beaten the Raptors 3-1 quite decisively in this match, and it's the Heat that get underway. Played quite nicely up to the top striker, who arcs and rolls it for his right striker, who just can't get there. A little overhead over the press for the Raptors, who come at pace and utilize this wide right-hand side area nicely. The slap cross comes in looking for the far post. It just gets a good deflection from the Heat defenders. Raptors on the ball again. Beautiful little overhead across. Well fielded by the Heat. Still under pressure. Player engages, and he's quite happy to induce that infringement by holding the ball. Gets out of a pressure situation by winning the free hit. Well read on the inside pass, and now it's the Raptors it come back at the Heat. Still game on here. Smash down the line, looking for the striker. Gets a little deflection, and the Heat will retain possession down the right-hand side. Big pass in, lost in the midfield. Raptors look to consolidate, use the left-hand side of the field, but just can't connect. Now the Heat down the left-hand side. Trying to go a little long and intercepted again from the Heat. So the Heat's happy to just stand off on a... Sorry, the Raptors on a three-quarter press. Good little turn of direction and pace there. And a lovely little pass, but well defended. Unforced error up front. Heat have the ball. The Raptors try to go long down this right-hand side. Takes a little deflection, and they'll have a long corner. Ball's gone 5 now, so it can be played into the circle directly. Go short, they try work something. Nice little run in, looking for the corner. And they win it. Good little interplay. And a nice little corner one from one of their first circle entries. So yeah, you can see the little bit of a 1-2 and the good little run down the baseline. Inside, and then gets it down there, gets the stick check, and wins the corner. Good stop, drag flick comes in, hits a body, but seen a bit too high. Maybe possibly going wide and high and dangerous. Good stop. Good purchase on that. So, it's the Raptors who go the direct route. There's an appeal that the defender was not 5 meters. Umpire waves him on. Says that the defender was making every attempt to get back there. So 6.5 minutes left in this first quarter. It's been the Raptors who've sort of had the better of the game. They've looked to be quite more direct at this stage. Here we go. Here come the Raptors again. Fast hands. Just loses it. Still 1 on the baseline. The umpire says the ball went over the baseline, so 16-yard hit cleared by the Heat. Nice little pickup. Good speed down this right-hand side, and still trying to connect with the high-lying striker, and it just eludes him and goes over the baseline. Quite a turn of speed down this right-hand side from the Heat. Big wind at their backs. They throw the long overhead. All of 50 meters or so. Final 5 minutes. Raptors going down the left-hand side, looking for the striker, loses it, but just finds the foot of the Heat player. So the Raptors will keep this possession. They go from a left to right overhead. Monstrous overhead. Picked up. Just can't field it. Such an effective overhead from left to right. Utilizing it. Almost an overlap down that right-hand side. Good little 3D skills down the baseline. Looks for the corner, gets it. Such good work. Down that baseline, has it on the forehand and just pulls it in onto the foot of the Heat. Wins the corner, knew exactly what he was doing. When you're in a tight space like that and in an area where you can't shoot or get a pass away, just so clever to play that ball down that baseline, get it up in the air, and then just change direction of the ball in the air and find the foot. Just have a look at this again. Here it comes. Pull, pop, and pulls it up and finds the foot. Second castle utilized. Drag flick comes in, goes lower this time. Re-won again, regathered, and a little pass, little lob. Just goes over the crossbar. Good flick low, gets a touch from the first wave, regathers, and then little lob. Goes over just millimeters over. Good play again from the Raptors. Lots of pressure on the outside left defender. The Heat. Good ball pace and connections being made by the Raptors. But the Heat hanging in there at the moment. They'll want to go into this half, obviously, having not conceded, as they've been under immense pressure of late. They can just hang in and regather after the first quarter, maybe tweak a few things. The Raptors will be thinking, well, maybe we should have had a goal or two be up in this game. Ball played into the midfield. Heat lose it. The turn comes. Lovely tackle. Now, turn of the Heat. Well carried, but shepherded out wide. Nice composure on the ball. Not in a hurry to give the ball away. Looking for support. Finds it out wide. The Raptors really, really good on defense. They don't fly in. They're just holding those angles very well on the inside. Letting the Heat play wide. Can't score a goal on the sideline. There, the big crossover it comes in. The shot comes in right from the byline. Optimistic crack, but pretty worthy of it. That could have been the goal of the weekend if you'd snuck that under the crossbar. How effective are these right to left and left to right overheads been? The Raptors have used it from left to right. Now the Heat use it from right to left and work it on that overlap. Beautifully taken down and hitting it on that bounce. Well won by the Heat. Good skill, good physical presence there. There comes a mammoth overhead into the wind. And there goes the siren or the hooter. And after the first quarter here at Western Province Cricket Club, it's the Heat 0, the Raptors 0. So we're back live for the second quarter. This match under 18 cup game between the Heat and the Raptors. It's 0-0. You'd find the Raptors would probably be thinking that they should have capitalized on all the chances they've created in this first quarter. The Heat have had the odd chance, a circle entry, but nothing decisive. So the aerial ball fielded pretty well at the back by the Heat, who look to play out from deep. Slippery, wet, blustery conditions here. Gale force winds smashing the Cape. Very difficult to play in these conditions. The players have really given it their all to actually perform at such a high level under very difficult conditions. They've expressed themselves, they've tried their skills, all the exuberance of youth, throwing caution literally to the wind. Little probing run. Reverse stick hit is quite a good idea, but intercepted. Now the long over it again with the wind. Good little run, but some attention from the defender. Puts the striker off. Good little lead run from the left-hand side. Plenty of Raptor players converge on the midfield. Put that engine room under a lot of pressure. And it's the Raptors that win possession. Super left to right ball. Absolutely outstanding. And they win themselves a penalty corner. Well, that was a magnificent ball from right to left, and then an even better ball from left to right. Just opening up the face of the stick. Accuracy at its best. Ball pace at its best. And put onto the left foot of the Heat defender, winning that corner. It's a superb play from there. Look at that. Bisecting the defense. And then finding the left foot. Raptors going for the German. They just find the little foot there. So that little corner routine is called the German, as the Germans used it many years ago to good effect. As you spin and play the ball back to a flicker coming from deep. So there's an initial fake. Here the drag flicker goes in, turns it, and then the other person's supposed to come in and ram it home. Quick hit taken. Looking to exploit them not being 5 meters from the ball. Umpire's not having any of it, just says, listen, I'll re-award, I'll give you a free hit. I'm not going to give you a corner. Raptors players trying to get 5 back. Heat players do well that they accept that decision. Lovely little interplay now. Down this right-hand side. Super skill, beats 2 players, rolls it out to his right wing and just loses the ball. Big overhead down the line. Nicely gathered. Looks to get out of there. Good press from the Raptors. There's space in behind this press. And space in the midfield for the Heat to hit back. Lovely ball to the left-hand side. And the right idea to try get it far post. There was a striker queuing up there to collect it and tip it in on that far post. Just blocked by the Raptors. Now it's the Heat. We've had a better period of play for them. Goes direct down the middle. Can't gather. Raptors will look to win the hit, win possession. They've been quite happy to play it short and throw an overheads deep into the Heat's half, which they do again. Good pressure now coming in from the Raptors. The overhead working to good effect. The pressure on them, the ball comes in and cleared by the Heat. Six minutes left in the second quarter. Still 0-0. Better period of play from the Heat. So you just watch the cross coming in straight onto the front stick. The Heat defender who clears nicely. Here we go down the byline. Ball get played, 3D skills. Saved by the keeper and cleared nicely off the right boot. Goal gets fired in again, and they win themselves a long corner. Not a bad idea trying to change the point of attack, just can't find the stick. So the Heat will come out of there down the left-hand side, play it quick, get a little nudge, and finds, he finds a striker who then tries to find a high-lying striker, just trying to pass it past that left foot. Does the right stuff, but vital block from the Raptor defender. Won by the Heat. Dangerous 45-degree ball played out of defense by the Raptors. And now the big run comes in, looking to pull the trigger, comes on the front foot and wins the corner. Does very well there. It looks like he was going to fake and hit it on the reverse stick, but realizing that he didn't have a very good angle and that he probably would have wasted an opportunity, he turns nicely, gets it on the front stick, gets the corner. That's the way you do it. Keep possession, don't give it away. A lot of players would have gone for the shot, the glory there. Gets it in, turns it, gets it on the front stick. Wins the corner, does the right thing. So, intelligent play from the Heat. Better period of play for them. The second quarter. The Raptors had the ascendancy in the first quarter, but they've got themselves a corner now. Can the Heat get a goal just before half-time? Fired in, corner, and just wide. So now the Heat win it, then lose it. Yeah, there's a little bit of a body check there. So the Heat player knocked off the ball, so he wins it. He's gone 5, so he can go and try and win himself a corner here. Gets the 3D skills going. Just losing it. Raptors flood 2 players into that area to sort out the angles. Let's have a look at this corner again. Injection's good, stops good. Tries to go low. Technique's pretty good. Keeps his head down, but just drags it to the left. Here come the Raptors. Shot comes in. Keeper's off his line very well. And wins the hit. A lot of keepers would have held themselves on that near post and let the player have a shot. Not this keeper. He's quick off his line. Closes down the angle. Well, there wasn't much angle in it anyway, but he closes down, smothers that shot. He comes out. There we go. Does very well. Wins the hit. Comes off his body armor, and then he's able to clear onto foot. 2 minutes left. Chances at both sides. Both sides are sort of settled. The Heat have settled a bit more in the second quarter. They're starting to believe that they can compete. First quarter just took their time to settle down a bit and get some effective circle entries and stick on ball. They're starting to get a little bit more connections in this area. Nice little move on the inside. They'll look to get a corner. Ball gets straight across. It's up. It's a goal! A goal from almost nothing. Great attack from the left-hand side. It bobbles up. And the Heat have scored in the second quarter from open play. Look at that skill. Excellent. Wins it. Good strength on the ball. Bobbles up off the keeper. Wins it. And flicks it in. Keeper makes initial save, but goes onto his back, so he's almost sitting down. Bobbles back and on the half volley, struck into the net. So, just when I said the Heat was starting to believe, they score. It's so demoralizing for a side like the Raptors who had some really good chances early on in this game. And the Heat have hit back nicely now. Starting to get better shape in defense. Starting to handle these overheads. Field them pretty well. Good composure on the ball. Win it. Field the overhead. And win the hit. And that's the hooter for half time. So the Heat are 1-0 up versus the Raptors here at Western Province Cricket Club. Join us in a moment for the second half. So we're back live for the third quarter of this match between the Heat and the Raptors. The first quarter belonged to the Raptors, who had a lot of chances to go ahead, but they didn't capitalize on these chances, and the Heat have come back strongly in the second quarter with an open play goal down the left-hand side. We've just been seeing a few of those replays. And here they go down the left-hand side again. The wind's at their back, some confidence gained. Now ball on the top. Rebounded, shot comes in, saved off the line. What a turnaround. Looked like it was all the Raptors in the first quarter. Looked like they were the better of the two sides. They had the fast midfielders with hands, but it's the Heat that come back strongly. The ball gets played under the arm. Heat win it again. You can just see that there's a little bit more confidence, a little bit more belief here. Clearance comes. Oh, if that first touch was right off the boot of the goalkeeper onto the striker, that first touch was just, if it was a shorter touch, he could have fired away from the top of the D. But it just gets big on him as his bottom hand's probably a little bit hard on the stick because he's running at full pace. So looking to go long, expect the ball that. You're not going to hit it through a wall of defense. So they cough it up and the Raptors come back at them. No advantage, a little bit of frustration from the Raptors. Now the big overhead comes in again. Play to the top of the D. Does nicely under pressure there just to win ball, win hit. Here comes the cross. Played in it. Now that was the first touch. Oh, just a little hard. Just a little hard hands and the ball just bobbles too far ahead of him. A little softer, it might have just fell for him nicely to smash it in the top corner. But as I said, quite a difficult skill. As the ball rebounds off the keeper's pads, coming at you like a bullet, and you running at full pace, to gather so close to your feet is difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. So, turn of the Raptors into the circle, play to the far post, and well saved! Brilliantly saved with a stick by the keeper. Keeper puts his hands up and says, please, I didn't do anything. There's no VAR here, so umpire waves it on. But look at the circle entry, comes in, strong pass across the circle, good first touch from the keeper with a stick, blocks the pass and then blocks the shot. So excellent keeping. Here go the Raptors. Little deflection. Difficult to deal with that on the bobble. There's another bite at the cherry and gets the clearance away. And now it's looks like a 5-iron with the wind. So a bit of a rushed pass there. And the Raptors still keep throwing those overheads. Caused some problems early on for the Heat. The Heat have just been able to field those much better in these last few. This last half, a bit of the second quarter. Ball on the far post, good save. They just had a calm head on those overheads. So now the run down the left-hand side for the Heat. Won by the Raptors. The counter-attack is on now. Back to the Heat. Little throw overhead. Fielded. And out of the danger zone. They'll go long. Nicely intercepted, but it rolls for the striker who's got... Oh, he had support. He didn't realize he had support coming from the left-hand side. So he pulls it onto the flat stick, loses possession. He's been able to use that overlap coming from the left-hand side. It could have created a 2-on-1 with the defender. So plenty of skills and go forward on show here. Under 18 boys. Showing their class, their skill, their exuberance. Just under 6 minutes in this third quarter. 1-0 to the Heat. Quick fire hit, team tackle. Gets a little foot of a Raptor defender. Okay, now the big smash comes in. And the corner's won. Comes off the stick, but it comes onto the body of the Heat player, so the umpire cannot give advantage there. So the Heat have a short corner. You just see the slap hit, powerful slap hit comes in, gets off a defender into striker's chest. Two Castles used, bobbles a bit, the shot comes in, great save with the right foot. Back again, reverse stick shot, kick comes in, tap, oh, saved off the line again. Superb keeping, superb defending, brave defending. Little bobble comes in, so now you're playing off the cuff. Good save. Clear, reverse stick shot comes in, but I think could have been on the reverse stick shot could have been on the wrong side of the stick anyway, as it bobbles. It's a sure sign when the ball bounces off the turf that it's been hit with the wrong side of the stick. I'm not sure if the umpire saw that or just blew a little late. Quite good hands from the Raptors, getting out of a tricky situation in the far right-hand corner. They'll go long again. Nothing changes. Lots of pressure, lots of pressure. And a good run and keeps possession for the Heat down the right-hand side. Coming up for 3 minutes left in this half. Raptors still chasing the game. The Heat full of running at the stage down this right-hand side. But they've lost the ball. Can the Heat just hit back? Minutes before the end of the third quarter. Blind pass on the 45 degrees. They lose it. Heat love that. Great through ball. If the touch comes. Keeper's taken out. Striker's taken out. The Raptors win that. What a beautiful ball down the middle of the field. Such good ball pace. Accuracy of the pass. Just what every striker wants. Hard and flat. You collect that hard and flat and your first touch is good. You one-on-one with that keeper. So the delivery, the service is great. Strikers need to now bury it for the Heat. Oh, lovely turn of, oh, okay, infringement. Heat have had a good third quarter here. Raptors have just sort of got off the boil. They had such ascendancy in that first quarter. Really looked like they were going to be the dominant force in this game. Heat have worked their way back into the game so well. Started to believe in their process. Tactically, they've just switched on a bit better. Pressed well. And they've shown good composure when bombarded by aerial deliveries. They've been able to field it, play it wide, play it into sort of the less dangerous areas on the field. If you lose the ball out wide, you're not too worried about it. You lose the ball down the middle of the field or on those 45-degree passes that are so dangerous, teams hit you back and they make you pay for those indiscretions. So, last 50 seconds. Another delivery down the middle, but it's powerfully struck. You don't mind that on the fake hit. Don't lose possession getting it down the middle of the field, especially with 30 seconds to go. Well, that's the pass. That could kill you. That one that goes across like that, and now the counter's on. You play that pass, you're running back 70 meters. Here comes the baseline move. Comes off the keeper. Well dealt with. And now it's the Heat. Actually, that mishit nearly worked for them. You see how fast the Raptors break out from that right to left flat pass. Such a dangerous ball. Great if it works, but it's... And they break out and nearly get one back on the hooter. Keeper does well to come off his line. Smothers that nicely. So, it's the break after the third quarter. It's the Heat that are still 1-0 up in this encounter. Join us for the fourth quarter, coming up in a minute's time. So we're back for the fourth quarter of this match between the Heat and the Raptors. The Heat get out from their huddle pretty quickly. The Raptors have a few more things to discuss. After the first quarter, they probably would have felt that they had their ascendancy. They were looking good. They just didn't capitalize of any of their chances. The Heat came back strongly in the second quarter to get an open play goal late in that quarter. And they probably had the better of the chances in the third quarter. And they've settled well. The Raptors, as they need to chase the game, they've got a little bit more frenetic. So we're into the fourth and final quarter of this cup game in the Under-18 League. Lovely long ball down to the left-hand side, trying to work that baseline. Gets it on the angle. Trying to look for that far post. Wins it again and scores! Wow! What a goal! What an absolute beauty. Turns and fires and scores. Well, it was a great ball down the left-hand side, hitting the high-lying striker. It's then passed back, so the angle is changed. And then a little sort of half-hearted pass into the circle. There, that was the great change of angle. A little half-hearted dink, comes off a defender, gathers, turns, shoots. So, living off an unforced error of the Raptors and hitting it and turning on that front stick and firing it home. Brilliant way to start the first quarter. Raptors now are really chasing this game. Some people might say it's an opportunistic goal. But the build-up was so good down the left-hand side. It was a raking pass down that left-hand side that hit the high-lying striker. And then the change of angle put pressure on the defense, which forced the unforced error, and they pounced on it. So it's all about creating pressure moments. That's how you handle that pressure. Good pass. Left to right. It's the Raptors now. They're going to use all that flair and speed that they've got. They've just lost a little bit of belief. Takes a bit of a hit, and umpire had given him a bit of advantage. And takes it back. So, ball fired in again. Well dealt with by the Heat. Raptors keep it on the front stick. Nice little push in behind. And now the cross comes in. Touch. Oh, and it finds the striker. But it just got a deflection up. Hard to gather that. Incredibly hard as the rain comes in again. Don't listen to my forecast. My forecast said by 2 o'clock all the rain had gone. But now it's starting to set in again with this very strong gale force southeaster. Difficult conditions to contend with, especially when you're chasing a game. So, 8.5 minutes for the Raptors to turn things around. We've seen it in previous games. We've seen the Royals and the girls section come back from 3-1 down to draw 3-all in the last quarter. That was an exciting game. Spare a thought for those parents inside the bar area of the Western Province Cricket Club. It's pretty full. There's some diehards that are standing out there in the rain. And they've stood out here in the cold from Friday evening all the way through to Monday. So the support's been good here and everywhere. Hartley Vale, Conberg, all the different venues. But I think if there was a favourite venue to watch hockey in the Western Cape, it's Western Province Cricket Club. So, the turn from the Raptors. Can they get something? Nice little 3D skill. Gets it on the baseline. And there's a long corner awarded. Just comes off a defender's stick. Probing, looking. Support comes. Going direct. Again, strikers, people positioned. Just can't get that final touch. The sticks fly in and goes over for a long corner. Now, the probing run comes in, but Heat will be happy with their run going wide and right and to the sideline. Now worked again to the baseline. Ball comes in, looking for a touch on the forehand. Saved again. What a good save with the right hand stick glove combination. It's got height and reach, this keeper. Now, they find that high-line play again. Heat, can they get them on the counter-attack? Cleared. Ball given back to the Heat. Tricky little skills from the goal scorer. Comes down, ball's up, still got it. Oh, he nearly kept it. Just when you think every time he's going to get tackled, he's a slippery customer. He just gets through tackles, the ball bobbles around, he still wins it. Five and a half minutes left. The Raptors got everything to play for. Good use of the space out left. Now they change that point of attack nicely. Played into the baseline. This is good hockey. Fired away. And that was the chance with 5 minutes to go. That one might have been played on the deck across onto the far post. Oh, actually, a little flick, I think, just under the crossbar on the near post would have been what the doctor ordered. But that was the chance. That would have helped us have a grandstand finish. One again now by the Raptors. They look to attack again. Broken down, numbers get behind the ball. Raptors now on the attack and taken out in the 23-meter area. And umpire awards a penalty corner. So deliberate infringement in the 23-meter area gets the Raptors a corner. And is this a little lifeline? Score now and make this a tricky final 3 minutes. Defender flying in a bit on that left-hand side area. I'm not so sure he really intended to upend the striker. Maybe a little bit clumsy, but still, it's a penalty corner. They go short, and they lose it. But it's going to be a reward. No, it's not. Player taken out, so they go long, relieve some pressure. Raptors come back. They've had a couple of chances now. They've messed up that corner, but would have been really good if they'd scored and been able to work something in these dying minutes. But it can still happen. Not if they give the ball away. They've definitely had some nice chances across the face of the goals. They just haven't been able to find that final touch, and there's been some excellent keeping from the keeper from the Heat. Push comes in and the hit goes to the Heat. 2.5 minutes left. So, here we go. Forward run from the Raptors. They're throwing everything at it now. And they've got to. Ball comes to the left-hand side. Well defended. Brilliantly defended. He knew the player was turning to the left-hand side, but he kept the stick flat. Tracked him, didn't fly in. Didn't concede the corner. And blocked the shot. Now the Heat break out. A little bit isolated, but there is support. Well, time taken now. Player down. Card being given. I think it's a 2-minute. I didn't see who was given the card. Green card to the Raptors. So, Heat have a numerical advantage. Ball intercepted. So the Heat's in no hurry to get the ball in play. Well, they get the ball in play, but they're not in a hurry to do anything with it. Quite happy to go to the corner like you see in the football. Playing the corner flag. Waste some time. Run the clock down. Ball gets fired in. Over the baseline. They won't mind that. Set up their defensive lines again. And run this clock down with 40 seconds left. So a good win for the Heat. First half, it looked like the Raptors would take this game. But the Heat have worked their way back into this game so beautifully. They've been able to sort out that attrition of overhead. The aerial ball that was bombarded them. Caused them a bit of trouble in that first quarter. They've taken their chances. And that's the hooter and the final whistle here at Western Province Cricket Club. It's the Heat that beat the Raptors 2-0.